Okay, Jim here. This is a pump off an Ingersoll 3016, and I already disassembled it, reassembled it, and I'm going to do it again because I want to make sure I have the orientation of the seals correctly aligned. There's a diagram here, but it really doesn't show the detail, and I think I put this in upside down. The lip side is supposed to be facing down away from the wear plate. So I'm going to take it apart and make sure that these holes are lined up and that the lip side of the seal faces down. So I had previous videos showing the disassembly. I had stopped at the point where I couldn't get this shaft out past this seal, and I had to sand down the shaft a little bit so that it could slide past the old seal. So I'm going to take this pin out, and going to unbolt this pump right now. I think I put that that one bottom lip facing the wrong way. And I didn't take pictures when I disassembled the gasket and that seal, so I might be using the wrong terms. Let's take this apart. I do want to make sure I put this together right. I've seen a couple of videos where people put pumps together and they have to take them out again. I want to try to avoid that. So let's see. Here's it assembled with the O-ring. That's a new O-ring. Put that right there. I expect it to tip over. And then here's the two gears. And let's see if I can pull this apart carefully without. Okay, so let's get both of these. Actually, let's take one gear out with this centerpiece. So here is the wear plate. The bronze side is supposed to be facing up. So I'm going to take this out and lay this down. I'm going to put this in here just to hold it. Basically keep it from rolling off the table. Alright, so now I have to disassemble this carefully. So this goes like that. This goes like that. And this is the one that was hard to get in. There was a lot of resistance putting this in, and I actually had to assemble it, the whole unit, and then crank down the bolts, and it's snugged up. So I have to take it out very carefully. I don't want to break it. So I'll try to do it so that you can see it. You can see me break it or not. Yeah, this is not the situation you want to be in, where you have to remove a seal you already installed. It's really in there. So could be a big fail, but I'm going to take my time. Wow, it's really in there. I'm pretty certain I installed it backwards. So I'm going to have to get this out. And I don't know where I should really be put in a lot of pressure because it's very delicate. Maybe I should try something without a point on it. That's a novel idea, huh? I won't be able to pick at it if I put something in there without a point, so let me see. Let me see if I can minimize the stress. Oh shoot, don't like that. There's no way to get behind there. Maybe I could blow some air in there and get it to pop off. So that passageway probably goes inside. So let's see. Trying to get some air under there. Maybe I got to put a different point on this. It's really not the situation I want to be in, where I'm trying to take this new seal off that I installed to confirm that I put the one on correctly, but this ain't tracking. Let's see, where is it? Well, it's not coming off, so let's try a bungee cord, a little wire tie here. See if I can lift it out. Not happening. Oh man. That is not coming out. I can tell that lip is supposed to be facing down, but it's facing up. So I do have one of the original seals that came out. So if I screw it up, I could always put the original back in. It's still in great shape. And really like to put the new one in, but it seems like the only way to grab it is here, but damn. Oh man, I'm pulling that and it's not coming out. It's almost like it's made to fail if you want to take it out. I think maybe I'm better off trying over here with like a feeler gauge. Feeler gauge. go. Well, at least it's warm in the garage tonight. I'm in New York. It's like probably 17 degrees out. Oh, I got under it. There you go. There you go. I got under it. I don't want to damage it, so let me take my time and see if I can get it out further. I just pushed it in. There you go. It's like every time I let go of it, it pops back in. I need 3 hands. That'd be good YouTube channel. I need 3 hands. Let's see. So if I put it down. I think I know why there's no YouTube videos on how to do this. Because it's like, probably a lot of people tried to prepare a video and ended up failing like I did. But you know what? It's just a matter of time, right? So, if you're just patient, stubborn, and refuse to give up, you too could own an Ingersoll and a Norton Commando. I've got a few of them around here too. They're stubborn as shit. I've never seen one on the road over here in New York. Another Commando on the road. Sure they got them, but nobody's riding them because they're really difficult to maintain, really difficult to fix. You need time. This is, I tell you, they really, let's see if we can, wow. This thing is tight. Man, oh man. I don't want to bend it too much because that's a weak point. So I'm going to try to go around this side a little bit. And it's really not cooperating, believe it or not. No, I'm sure you could believe it, but you know, when you're taking them out and you have replacements, you could just like pretty much pull them out as long as you don't go too far where you start leaving pieces in there and you can't get them out easily. And it seems like this center ring was always a problem. I recall last time trying to get it out. So it's just not a coincidence that I have the entire heat shield out except for this point. And that's the point that I couldn't get in when I was installing it. And I'd show you the other video, but I don't want to embarrass myself and show somebody how to put it in the wrong way. That may not realize I'm showing you how to do it the wrong way. But, so I'm trying to get this out. There it is, just popped out. Okay, so yeah. Let me flip this over. To here. So it'll be the bronze side up. Here's the sequence. Heat plate, gasket, heat shield, and here is 15740. And I don't have the name because the paper cut it off. Okay. So now I got to get this out without damaging it. I do have the original, but I'd rather put this in. Now, a dead giveaway should have been that there's a hole there. So what good is the hole down there if all the other pieces are sitting on top? So, you know, that hole has something to do with the pump design, but it's also good for removing and reinstalling these pieces. So I'm gingerly pulling this out because I don't want to tear any of these connections here. That's it. Good. All right. So if I'm going to put this together, and this bronze side is up, and the lip side has to be down, has to go in like this. Now, when I first tried to put it together, it wasn't easy to put it in lip side down, so I figured, you know, let me try it the other way. I wasn't sure how I took it apart because for some reason I can't find any pics or videos of me taking these components out. So I'm carefully fitting this in, and it's not as easy when you put the lip side down, which is the correct way. It just seems like it doesn't want to go in. The end circle goes in, but these center ones don't really want to go in. So I'm going to have to try to finesse it a little bit. Maybe see if I could catch one area. And you can see what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to put the lip side down. And it's easier said than done. I just can't get these center ones in. So let's see. So if I press this on the outside and ride this on and push this on the inside, maybe I could get it started. Yep, got it started. So it might just be that you just have to take your time, put your thumb on it, and use something to shape these walls. There you go. Oh yeah, that worked out well. Let me see if I could do it to this side. Let's see, I got that edge in, so. All right, I got it. Got that. Oh, got that. All right. All right, that looks good. Lip side down. Here's the oil hole here. Put that there. Put that here. So I'm following this order. 15740, lip side down. 15739, 15738, and 15737. with the bronze side facing outwards. Heard a little click there. So that should be good. Okay, put this O-ring on. I think I need a little bit more oil. I got a little cap of oil over here. I'm sure it's going to spill on the floor as soon as I'm done. All right, that's holding it. So now, this O-ring's in. I cleaned the surfaces and made sure everything was clean. So the best way I found of putting this back together is to put gears in here to hold down the wear plate. So I'm pressing the shaft through the seal, and I'll go over the seal in a second. So when I had this unit apart like this, while I was disassembling it, this shaft wouldn't come out because it was rusted around here. So I had to use a little emery cloth, not emery cloth, actually steel wool, to clean it up, and then it pulled right out. But I'm assembling it this way so that it holds the wear plate in place with those components, those gaskets and seals we just installed. And this hole lines up with this hole, and we'll check to see if I have them assembled in the right orientation in a second. Yep, we got the whole hole, and we got 2 holes here, more than 2 holes actually. Let me clean this up. I had butchered it when I was trying to punch a second hole, and not the best place to fat finger hydraulic pump, but it'll be fine. So that looks clean. So you want to make sure the gasket doesn't, the O-ring doesn't come off before you pop it together. And if we see in there, it looks pretty good. There you go. All right. Feeling enthusiastic and confident. I tell you, this thing, this is the 3rd winter I'm trying to use this tractor. And I bought it. I bought a snowcaster, drove like 3 hours, 4 hours round trip up to Connecticut to get it. I got a 48-inch snowcaster. Don't want to tell you what I paid for it. Okay. Well, I'm in New York, and this is tri-state area. This thing was really nice. And if you want to get something, you know, sometimes the only ones that are available are the ones that are really expensive. So I paid $600 for it, and it's a beautiful attachment. And replaced the belt, you know, got a spare chain, lubed it up. You know, there was some minor tarnishing, pitting on it. and I cleaned it up, sanded it, painted it, got it all ready, and one winter, first winter I went out there to use it, and the battery was no good, and so I charged the battery, and what happened was I used a solar charger, and when I went back there, the battery had melted, and so I was like, because I don't have a garage where I use the tractor, and so the following year, I figured, I replaced the battery. So I replaced the battery, and it was leaking oil, like a sieve. So I figured, probably the oil heated up, and maybe a hose popped off or something. So I bought the hoses, replaced the hoses, put it back together, started up, ran beautiful, and went up there another time, and it was leaking oil again. So I had to get a new tank. And prior to that, I replaced the ignition switch, the PTO switch, and so I got everything set up, and I go up there to start it, and it wouldn't start. It was a starter. So I had to get a new starter. So I put a new starter on, and I go to use it, and it's leaking oil again. Leaking oil right out of here. I was like, son of a gun. It drip, 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 but that drip, drip, drip added up. So let's see. So this is turning nicely. Now the thing I don't know about this pump is I remember taking it off, but I really didn't make a note of exactly where this shaft was. And so I'm thinking it was flush, but I don't know. So it's going to be a little bit of a challenge for me to try to figure out where this goes before I tighten the set screws. And there's probably a trick to it. And I bet you. Let me check this. Yeah. So it goes on like this. And you can see that key has a little ring there because that's where the set screw was. So this key, well, actually, this key probably tells me where this is supposed to be on the shaft. So you figure if this mark in the key is there, and here's a set screw, it's about flush. Sorry, it goes this way. It's nowhere near flush. So, thinking this goes like this. I will consult with some pics that I took before I disassembled this when I reassemble it on the tractor, and try to get a handle on where this goes. Again, I put it on backwards. That's the proper orientation. Dirty side out, right? This is where the engine is. So I'll try to make a video of me installing it, and I have to prime it, put those ugly hoses on, and all right, until next time.